everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. You guys, we have got some things to talk about today, okay? I want to talk about weight loss, specifically, okay? If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I have been on a, whatever you want to call it, health journey, weight loss journey, whatever, for a very long time. I did have bariatric surgery in April of 2022, and I was hopeful that that would help my metabolism, because ever since I had my daughter, who I absolutely love and adore, I have been having a hard time losing weight. And I had weight loss surgery. I did lose some weight. Now, don't get me wrong. Any weight loss is good for me and my health. Now, let me first say, I am not a doctor, okay? I am not speaking for anybody else. This is just me, my opinion about my health, my body, my mind, my everything. I have nothing against anybody at all. I don't judge people. I don't comment on people, whether they're too thin or have too much weight. It does not matter to me. What every other person in this world looks like, does, feels is completely theirs and theirs alone. So I am not giving any advice to anyone. I am not calling out anybody, okay? Please, please know this is just about me. Just about me. For this video, I'm going to be selfish and just talk about me, my thoughts, my feelings, okay? Now, let's start by saying there is nothing wrong with the way I currently look. Nothing at all. There was nothing wrong with me when I was 100 pounds heavier than I am today. Nothing wrong with it, okay? But for me, I wanted to change that, okay? And I've been working very hard to try to change that. Now, when I say I've been working very hard, what I mean by that is I have changed a lot of my habits. I have been consistent with training. I have made some great choices and great decisions. Now, that by no means means that I am perfect. I definitely could be doing better as far as what I'm eating, when I'm eating, and how much I'm eating. I am aware of this, and I am working every day to try to be better. Okay, now remember, I always say we're not looking for perfect. We're looking for better. We're looking for an improvement, and we want to be consistent with those improvements, and that's what we're striving toward. Now, with that said, as a bariatric patient, okay, there are a few things that I struggle with. And if you are a bariatric patient, or you have been, or you know someone that is, or is going to be, or has been, I will be the first to tell you, at least in Saskatchewan, okay, I know every place is different, but in Saskatchewan, you need to go through a program before you're eligible to get bariatric surgery. And in this program, they give you a lot of information. They tell you about a lot of things, what you can expect, what may happen, complications. They talk about a lot. But the one component I find that they don't talk about that much at all is your mental health with being a bariatric patient. They don't really touch on it too much. Okay, they talk about how the surgery is going to go. They talk about what you need to do before surgery. They talk about what you need to do after surgery. They talk about what the potential weight loss will be. They talk about excess skin. They don't really talk about your brain. And as we know, our brain controls everything. Absolutely everything. Why they don't talk about it more, I don't know. But I'm going to let you in a little window into my world. Okay? As I said, I did lose weight with bariatric surgery. Now, my surgery was not common, I suppose. This was actually a revision surgery for me. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy done in 2010 in another country, and I lost a lot of weight from that. But like I said, once I had my daughter, I don't know what happened. I lost a lot of weight initially. I kept it off for over 5 years. I got pregnant. And then after I had my daughter, and it wasn't even while I was pregnant, I didn't even gain that much weight. I think I gained about 30 pounds while I was pregnant with my daughter, which I think is normal. But then it was after I had her, I gained another 20 pounds. And then it just kept going up from there. So I don't know what happened to my body. Something happened, obviously, with my hormones, because I didn't change anything. I didn't change what I was eating or my exercise. Nothing had changed except that my body went through a pregnancy, labor, and delivery. So I don't know what happens. But that's fine. So I was hoping by having a revision surgery, a gastric bypass, it would help kickstart my metabolism again. It would help get me back on track. And unfortunately, if you ask a doctor's point of view, they would say the surgery was successful. They did what they planned to do. I did not have any complications, a doctor would say. If you ask me, I would call it a complication. Oh, my washing's done. I never had a full feeling. Any bariatric doctor, patient will tell you, you get full very fast. Very fast. And that's your, okay, I can't eat anymore. I'm stuffed. I've literally had 2 grapes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I shouldn't have had that second grape. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to help you by limiting your food intake, which obviously limits your calorie intake, which obviously helps you lose excess weight. I never had that full feeling after my second surgery. Never. Never, ever, ever. And I tried to stick to the portions. I weighed my food. I measured my food. That's what I would eat. But then I started strength training once I got approval from the doctor to go back to the gym. So I started strength training, I think around 8 weeks post-op. And I have consistently been going training at the gym like 3 times a week since then. So over a year and a half, I've been consistent with my training. Now, you take that never feel full feeling with increased exercise, and not just exercise, weight training, that equals me being hungry a lot. So I've been probably eating more than I should be, but because I've been working out so much, I need the extra calories, I need the extra protein to support that. So I'm mentally, I'm struggling a lot. I know today I'm stronger than I've ever been in my life. That's for sure. But I struggle because the first time I had weight loss surgery, I lost a lot of weight. Like I lost 100 pounds and I lost it quickly. And the only major difference, I did not exercise. I didn't exercise at all the first time around. I lost 100 pounds. I dropped it fast. I got down to like 170 pounds. Now, I looked thin, but I wouldn't say I necessarily looked healthy or strong. I looked thin, frail, and unhealthy, in my opinion. Today, I look strong, healthy. However, I don't look thin because I'm not. I'm not even close to where I was. So mentally, I'm struggling because I keep thinking to myself, geez, I shouldn't have started strength training. And I know that's the wrong path to be on. That's the wrong thought process. But in my head, I'm like, I'm curious, if I did not go to the gym, would I have lost more weight? Would I be closer to where I wanted to be? Because I'm like, well, if I get down to that weight, then I can start strength training, right? But I feel that because I started strength training, I'm not losing the weight like I want. Now, yes, I know. Muscle weighs more than fat. I've heard it a million times over. I'm not saying that I'm not building muscle because, like I said, I'm stronger than I've ever been. I know underneath it all, there's good things happening. I know that strength training is important. I know that that's the right thing to do. Mentally, I don't see it because I can't see what's underneath. And I'm a visual person. So I'm struggling. I'm really struggling with this, you guys, a lot. Now, I was maintaining about 195 pounds. Okay, I was maintaining it. I was 195 for a long time, which frustrated me because I'm like, geez, I really want to get down to that 170, 175. I cannot lose these like extra 15 to 20 pounds. I'm like, I'm struggling. Now, the weight is going up. You guys, the weight is going up. And I thought I was struggling when I was 195. Currently today, I'm weighing 208. 208. And that is just crushing me because I never wanted to be over 200 pounds again. I never wanted that to happen. Yet here I am. And now I'm mad because I was mad at 195. As of today, I would kill to be 195 again. I would kill to be under 200 pounds. But I'm not. So that just goes to show you that you got to be kinder to yourself. I was beating myself up at 195, but now I'm 208. I wish I could be 195. I shouldn't have been beating myself up. So with that said, I probably shouldn't be beating myself up that I'm 208. But I'm really hoping I don't go higher than this. I'm hoping I can start a downward trend again. So mentally I am struggling because I don't know how to get there. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm worried the weight is going to just start piling on again like it did after I had my daughter. And before you know it, I'm going to be back to overweight, unhealthy, unable to do things. That's not where I want to be. So I'm trying not to spiral into an unhealthy situation. That's what I'm trying not to do. But it's really difficult because you take in all the factors, right? A bariatric patient, heavy weight training, a thyroid condition, a woman who her cycles are not regular and has hormonal imbalance issues. I mean, that alone is a lot to try to figure out what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, right? So there's a lot. And I'm struggling, you guys. But I want to share with you some measurements. Like I said, I've been doing strength training for a long time now. I had a fantastic trainer. I had a fantastic group of people that I would train with. It was awesome. I was feeling good. I was looking good. The inches were falling off. The scale wasn't moving a whole lot, but it wasn't going up. Okay? Then my trainer left. Then our group broke up. The band is not back together, you guys. So I found myself with a new trainer and a new group. Now, the new trainer does things differently. Not saying it's right or wrong, good or bad. But I was used to my old trainer. I liked my old trainer. It was working for me. This new training, I've done 3 months with the new trainer and the new group. Number one, I can say I hate the new group. I don't like them at all. They may be fine individually, but as a group, I'm just not getting out of it what I got out of with the OG group. Like, it just, no. It's fine. We've just started what I would say is my second session with this new trainer. Okay? And since I started with this new trainer, that's when I've noticed my weight going up. Okay? Now I hear you, muscle weighs more than fat. I hear you. I get that. I really do. And I'm trying to tell myself that's what's happening. But I also notice my clothes are feeling a little snug. And that tells me the inches have gone up. So I took some measurements and I took my weights and I compared. Now, for most of my measurements, I'll be honest, they didn't really change. There were a couple that increased. However, the ones that increased, okay, my upper chest. Now, I take a lot of measurements that maybe most people don't, okay? My upper chest. Now, when I say upper chest, I basically mean literally right under your armpits, okay, and across, all the way around, 360, upper chest, okay? I don't know, maybe there's another name for that, but I call it an upper chest, okay? That increased by 1/4 inch. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot. 1/4 inch, it's like that. I get it. Doesn't sound like a lot. But to someone who's in the space I'm in my circumstances, that sounds astronomical to me. Okay? So just try to understand where I'm coming from. Okay? So 1/4 inch in the upper chest. Now, yeah, I get it. I've been doing a lot of lat pull downs and stuff, so maybe I'm just starting to expand a little. It's possible. Okay, it's possible. Another place that I gained was my waist. 1 whole inch increased in my waist. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm not happy about that one. My hips have also increased a full inch. Also not happy there. My waist and hips. My hips are my problem, among other things, but my hips are very wide. I'm trying to get those down. I'm working on it. My calves also increased 1/2 inch each. That's an odd place. I'll be honest. That's an odd place to grow. Is it muscle? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And that's where my inches increased. Everything else is the same. Like literally the same. Nothing changed. My thighs are the same. Everything else is the same. And my weight has changed. So a year ago, okay, I weighed 192. And I told you 208 is where I'm at right now. So yeah, weight has gone up. Some inches have gone up. Other inches have stayed the same. So is it the new training? I mean, honestly, it's impossible to know. It's impossible. So trying to pull myself out of this dark hole that I'm going into, I thought, let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of when I started training, and let's compare. Okay? I started training July 5th, 2022. Okay? That's 2 years and 2 months. Now, please keep in mind, I did have to take a break because I had a hernia repair surgery in there. So let's take those 2 months off for my recovery. So I've been training for 2 years. Okay. Now, here's the good news. In those 2 years, okay, I have lost 15.5 pounds. Okay. And overall, 37 inches off my entire body. That's huge. That's a lot of inches. The weight, not so much, but 15 pounds is still 15 pounds. So I'm trying to focus on the good. I'm trying not to let myself fall into this deep, dark, spiraling pit of despair. But it's really hard. I've also told myself maybe I just need to reset. Now, you can reset a lot of different ways. One thing I know about my new trainer compared to my old trainer, we don't do a ton of cardio anymore. It's mostly just weightlifting. My old trainer, we did weightlifting, but then we did a good balance of cardio. So I could increase my cardio. That's possible. Another thing, my old trainer, we trained 3 times a week. The new trainer is twice a week. Not a fan of that. Now, with that said, there's no reason why I can't go and train myself without the group to make it 3 times a week. So there's an area that I could try to modify. Okay. Another thing I can do to try to reset is I can go back to the basics and actually do a 2-week liquid diet. Now, that is basically prepping for weight loss surgery. You do a 2-week liquid diet. Now, when I say liquid diet, I mean basically you live on protein shakes for 2 weeks. That's it. I did lose weight when I did that. Not a ton. I would say probably 10 pounds when I did that for 2 weeks. That's another thing I can do to try to reset. Now, I thought about doing that, but of course, life always gets in the way. We are in our very busiest time right now. I've got so many celebrations coming up and so many activities coming up. Like, this is just not the proper time to do a liquid diet. So I'm probably going to wait until I get through October. I think that's the plan. November, I don't really have any events, celebrations, anything crazy in November. December, of course, we have Christmas. And of course, if you're like most people, overindulgence usually happens in December and January with New Year's. So I'm thinking if I can reset in November to at least get back to 195 going into December, I think that'll be a good place to be. So that's something. So that's it. My numbers. I do highly encourage you, if you're starting any kind of health journey, weight loss journey, strength journey, whatever it may be, take measurements. Take your weight, take your measurements, take pictures, because you really can tell the difference. And when you get to the point, because it will happen, it does happen. Weight loss, health journey, it's not a linear line. It's not, you guys. It's up, it's down, it's a roller coaster. But if you can look back and see where you started, and then see where you are, and see if there's any improvement, you know you've done something right. So it's really important. And I wish I had taken more measurements in the beginning, because I didn't. But I take a lot of measurements. Just to throw out there what I do. I take my neck measurements. I take my upper chest, which is right under the armpits. I take my chest, which is the biggest part of your chest. I take under the chest. So like right up underneath where your pectoral or breast area is, right under there. A waist measurement, a hip measurements. I take my thigh measurements, right and left. I take my calf measurements, right and left. I take my bicep measurements, right and left, and I take my weight. The more measurements, the better. I also wish I had done my wrist measurements and ankle measurements. I did not. I could probably start, but I did not in the beginning. But it's crazy where the weight comes off. I've even heard of people taking their finger measurements. Like if you have fairly large hands, you know, taking a finger measurement, you can also tell there. So there's lots of different measurements you can take. But I highly encourage you to do that. Photos, measurements, weight. I'm not saying you have to do it like every day, even like once a month, once every 3 months, just something. Just be consistent with it to be able to see a pattern, to be able to see if you're improving, all that kind of thing. So, you know, fall time is kind of my time of reflection. My birthday happens to be in the fall. You know, it's getting close to the end of the year. I like to plan ahead on things. So I know a lot of people will wait until like the week before January 1st to make their resolutions and stuff. I'm a planner, so we're a couple months away. I'm planning for it now. So this is a really good time for reflection for me, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying not to beat myself. Beat myself up. I'm trying to find a solution. And like most things, the first thing you try probably isn't going to work, but you got to start somewhere, and you can adjust and modify as needed. And you also need to give yourself the grace of time. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do, because this is not going to fix itself overnight. It's not going to be like, okay, today I'm going to drink 2 liters of water, only eat whole foods, and go to bed and get 8 hours of sleep. And then tomorrow, boom, I've lost 10 pounds. That's not how it works. I wish it was, but it's not. So I've got a plan. We're going to put it into action in November. I will probably come back in December with an update, because that will also be the end of this training session. And then they usually take December off for training because a lot of people are away. New training session will start in January. Now, not only is it a new training session, you guessed it, we're also going to have another new trainer. Here we go again. So hopefully this new trainer, I have met her. Hopefully, you know, my body will react accordingly to her new workouts that she provides us. I'm hopeful. I do like she will be going back to training 3 times a week. That I think is key for me. I really think I need that 3 times a week, not just physically, but mentally as well. It seems to work for me. So, you know, if it ain't broke, right, let's not mess with it. So hopefully, but I will come back, give you an update probably in December. That's it for today. I hope you guys are having a great Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll see you next time. Bye.